When we think of Samuel Finley Breese Morse, we immediately associate him with the invention of the telegraph and Morse code, advancements that transformed communication across the globe. His work in the 19th century laid the foundation for our modern world of instant communication, connecting people across vast distances. His name is etched in history as a pioneering inventor. However, there is much more to Morse than the telegraph. Behind the scenes, Morse lived a life filled with unexpected twists, personal tragedies, and career shifts. In this video, we'll explore 5 surprising facts about Samuel Morse that reveal a more complex and multifaceted individual than the inventor we commonly know. Samuel Morse is best remembered for his contributions to communication technology. But before he became known as the inventor of the telegraph, Morse had political ambitions. In 1836, he made an unexpected move by running for mayor of New York City. At the time, Morse had established a reputation as a well-known artist and intellectual, believing it would help him transition into politics. His platform strongly reflected nativist views, advocating for the rights of American-born citizens and curbing the influence of immigrants, particularly Catholics, whom he viewed as a threat to the country's values. Despite his aspirations, Morse's foray into politics was a disaster. His controversial stance on immigration and outspoken nativism alienated large portions of the electorate. As a result, he lost the mayoral race by a wide margin. The election marked the end of his brief political career. Morse never sought public office again after the defeat. Instead, he turned to focus on his inventions and artistic work. This failed political venture may seem surprising given his later success in communication. However, it reveals his willingness to take risks and pursue different avenues. His loss in the mayoral race highlighted his controversial views. Despite this setback, Morse continued to seek other paths to success, demonstrating resilience and persistence, which would later serve him in his inventions. The invention of the telegraph is marked by personal tragedy. In 1825, while Morse was working as a portrait painter in Washington, D.C., his wife, Lucretia Pickering Walker, fell ill. He received a letter informing him of her condition. However, by the time Morse returned to New Haven, Connecticut, his wife had already died, and her funeral had taken place. Devastated by the delayed communication, Morse began to think about how messages could be sent faster over long distances. This tragedy inspired him to search for a better way to communicate. At the time, letters were delivered by horse or stagecoach, which was simply too slow. His personal grief became the catalyst for the development of the telegraph. Morse's desire to prevent others from experiencing the same communication delays pushed him to create a system that could transmit electrical signals over wires, enabling instant communication. This marked a turning point in his career and the future of communication. Samuel Morse's invention of the telegraph is rooted in personal tragedy. In 1825, while Morse was working as a portrait painter in Washington, D.C., he received a letter informing him that his wife, Lucretia Pickering Walker, had fallen ill. By the time he returned to New Haven, Connecticut, she had already died, and her funeral had taken place. Devastated by the delayed communication, Morse was haunted by the fact that he had missed her final moments. This heartbreaking experience spurred Morse to think about the need for a faster, more reliable way to send messages over long distances. At that time, communication methods, such as letters delivered by horse, were simply too slow. Morse's personal loss became the catalyst for his pursuit of a solution that would revolutionize communication forever. Several years later, he began developing the telegraph, a system capable of transmitting electrical signals over wires. His invention was driven by a desire to ensure that no one else would have to endure the pain of delayed communication like he had. The tragic loss of his wife played a pivotal role in shaping Morse's future and the future of communication. Morse's determination to improve communication for others after his personal tragedy speaks to his resilience and ability to turn grief into world-changing innovation. The telegraph would eventually connect people in ways that had never been possible, reducing emotional distance between loved ones separated by geography. Before Samuel Morse became known for his inventions, he pursued a career as an artist. Born in 1791, Morse studied painting in England in his early 20s and became an accomplished portrait artist. His works were well regarded, and his talent led to several commissions. Among his notable paintings are portraits of prominent figures such as former U.S. President John Adams and the Marquis de Lafayette. Morse's early success as a painter allowed him to establish connections with influential individuals. However, despite his achievements, Morse struggled to gain the fame and financial security he desired as a painter. This frustration, combined with the personal tragedy of his wife's death, led him to shift his focus toward invention. In 1832, while on a ship returning from Europe, Morse began formulating ideas for the telegraph. Inspired by conversations with fellow passengers about recent developments in electromagnetism, he saw the potential to create something groundbreaking. Although Morse eventually shifted to invention, his background as an artist played a crucial role in shaping his approach to problem solving. His creativity, honed through years of painting, helped him envision the telegraph. Morse's artistic talents set him apart from other inventors of his time. His ability to merge artistic vision with technical ingenuity allowed him to create a communication system that was both practical and revolutionary. His transformation from painter to inventor is a testament to his versatility. Sometimes, our greatest achievements come from unexpected life paths. Today, the telegraph is hailed as one of the most important inventions in communication history. But when Samuel Morse first introduced his telegraph system in the 1830s, he faced significant skepticism. Many people doubted its practicality, and the idea of transmitting messages via electrical signals over long distances seemed far-fetched. Investors and the public questioned whether such a system could be implemented on a large scale. Morse spent years trying to convince government officials and potential investors that his telegraph system was viable. He struggled to secure funding, and many of his early demonstrations were met with mixed reactions. Some saw potential in the telegraph, while others dismissed it as an impractical invention that could never replace traditional communication methods like letters and messengers. Despite the doubts, Morse persisted. In 1843, after years of lobbying, he secured a grant from Congress to build a telegraph line between Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. This marked a turning point in his career. The successful transmission of the first telegraph message, "What hath God wrought?" in 1844 proved the system's viability and silenced many of his critics. The telegraph quickly became a critical communication tool in the U.S. and beyond. Within a few years, telegraph lines spanned across continents, connecting cities and countries in ways never before possible. Morse's persistence paid off, and his invention revolutionized communication, paving the way for future advancements like the telephone. Although Samuel Morse is remembered as a groundbreaking inventor today, his path to success was far from easy. In the early stages of developing the telegraph, Morse faced numerous financial difficulties. Throughout the 1830s and early 1840s, he struggled to find investors willing to support his telegraph experiments. His personal finances suffered, and at one point, Morse was living in near poverty, relying on loans from friends and family. Despite these setbacks, Morse remained committed to his vision. He tirelessly promoted his invention, demonstrating the telegraph to anyone who would listen and seeking support from influential figures. Finally, in 1843, Congress approved a $30,000 grant to build the first telegraph line between Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. This was a major victory for Morse, but it came after years of financial hardship. Even after the success of the telegraph, Morse continued to face financial challenges. He became embroiled in legal disputes over the rights to his invention, as other inventors claimed credit for the telegraph's development. While Morse eventually secured his place as the primary inventor of the telegraph, the legal battles took a toll on his finances. Nonetheless, his perseverance through financial struggles speaks to his determination. His story serves as a reminder that even the most successful inventors often face significant obstacles. Morse's belief in his vision helped him overcome personal and financial losses, allowing him to create a communication system that changed the world. In conclusion, Samuel Finley Breese Morse was a man of many talents and contradictions. Best known for his revolutionary work on the telegraph and Morse code, Morse's life was filled with surprising twists. From his failed political career to his personal tragedies and financial struggles, Morse's ability to turn grief into innovation demonstrated his resilience. He was more than just an inventor. His early career as a painter, his political ambitions, and even his controversial views on immigration contribute to a more nuanced understanding of the man behind the telegraph. So, the next time you think of Samuel Morse, remember that he was shaped by both triumphs and tragedies. Thank you for watching, and if you found these facts about Morse surprising, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into history's most fascinating figures.